All right, Coach, we're halfway through the Conference USA season. Let's recap last weekend. Friday at FAU, we had a chance there and just slipped up late. Talk about Friday's game.
We put ourselves in position again to win. We've done that, several times on the last 2 or 3 or 4 conference weekend series, and just weren't able to make some plays that we need to make. Weren't able to make some pitches that we need to make, and kind of had some bad at bats again throughout the course of the game. We could have added to our lead, and it didn't happen. The guy that was pitching for FAU is probably going to be a top 3 or 4 round pick, left-handed pitcher that's very good, got a good arm. And we played a good team on the road with a good pitcher, and we just didn't do quite enough, to win the game. And then Saturday, got a little bit uphill Saturday. Butler wasn't as good as he normally is, and they can really swing the bats, and they kind of capitalized on that. And then we played tremendous on Sunday. We ended up run ruling them. And to beat that caliber team on the road, that convincingly was a good deal for all of our guys, and again trying to build on that.
Between Friday and Saturday, and then the big win Sunday, did you see something that may have clicked Sunday morning that said, this might be a good day? Quite a difference between a 24-hour period.
Young guys and guys that haven't played at this level are going to be kind of all over the board sometimes. And we've gotten better. The practices, as we talked about, have gotten better. The effort level has been good out of most guys, but again, we need a few more guys to get on board and do what we need to do to become a good team. And again, you kind of see glimpses of what we feel like we got a chance to be, not only as we move forward in future years, but also this year. And we're, like we talked about before, we got 2 first-year junior college guys that are hitting, at the top of our order,
right.
Or middle of the order. We got a couple, 2 or 3 freshmen that are hitting in the middle of our order, and we've never been in that position where we've had to do that. But this is one of those years we got to. It's one of those years that we've had to maybe do some things that are a little bit different than in years past, and again, we're making progress. It'd be nice to get in a little bit of a rhythm here, but every time you look up, we're playing a really good team again. So, but we were able to sneak a practice in yesterday. We got rained out last night, and the storms moved through the Shelby, Boiling Springs area a little bit earlier. We were able to rush our guys out here, and we got through, about an hour's worth of a workout until it just absolutely poured on our field, and then we were kind of done for the day. But it was good to get that done. I'm going to practice a little bit again today here on Wednesday, and then be ready to play on Thursday.
Well, let's talk about the starters. Ryan Butler had the complete game last week. Brock had it last Sunday. Seems like it's Corey's turn coming up. Are they starting to turn a corner as well as a starting unit?
It depends on the weekend. They've all 3 been good about getting their work in between starts. We've tried to limit them in certain weeks and try to adjust the throwing plan based on how they're feeling and what the deal is. It's a different animal, so to speak. Like we talked about before. You're talking about just going weekend after weekend after weekend where you're facing elite level competition, and it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different grind than what we've experienced in the past 5, 6, 7 years. But they've all they've done what we've asked them to do. And, we've got to get better in the middle of our bullpen, and we've got to get better on the back end of our bullpen to help them out as well. The good thing about Brock's start this past weekend is, he couldn't have done that a couple of years ago. And I know he's a little bit, he's 2 years older, and he's a little bit more mature now than he was when he first got here, on campus 4 years ago. But, Donnie Smith, our strength conditioning guy, does such a great job with our players, that we're physically strong enough, we're doing a good job with our conditioning program, and Brock being able to throw, in that 110, 115, 120 pitch range, in 80-degree weather against a really good team on the road speaks volumes to what Donnie has done, and I think that's going to continue being a positive for our program moving forward. Now it's the mental aspect and the routine aspect of having 10 conference weekends are going to be against elite level competition.
Tulane coming in this weekend. A lot of history with them. Good ball club. What can you tell us about them?
Really excited to play them. We were in the Metro with them way back when, and it seemed like even from year one we were playing games against them, whether it be late in the year or conference tournament time that mattered. And just have a lot of respect for what Coach Jones has done there. He won't be able to make the trip up. I talked to him a week or so ago. He's pretty much shut down for the rest of the year with some health-related issues, and he told me he was going to be fine moving forward. But we're not getting any younger, none of us, and I can understand the high stress level, and I think everybody that's ever coached can understand that at times it just gets to the point where it's kind of overwhelming at times. But we wish him the best of health moving forward. I know his assistants are doing a great job. They both played for him there at Tulane. And excited to get him back here and play. We haven't played for several years. I can go through the history of, the conference championship games that we've played against them, the regular season games that we've played. They're always well coached. We've got extremely talented guys, and we're looking forward to playing them.
Now, this, after a long layoff, getting back into Conference USA, they're leaving the league next year. Any possibility of still playing them for non-conference stuff in the future? Or has it just become harder to schedule?
Probably if we want to go to New Orleans and play. They play a great non-conference schedule, just like we try to. And, just it's going to be good to get them back here, good to play.